Well, for a while this month, gas prices were on their way down, so you'd think the cost of plane tickets should do the same. But at least one airline says that's not the case, even when or if the price of gas starts decreasing once again. Our travel editor, Peter Greenberg, joining us this morning. Peter, the CEO of Delta Airlines, says their tickets will stay high no matter what because they're still playing catch up from the pandemic. Are airlines really this far behind when it comes to setting prices?
Well, they're far behind in terms of paying for the fuel. Delta CEO is not alone. Your own United Airlines CEO, Scott Kirby's made a similar statement in Chicago. So is the CEO of Southwest. Even if oil prices come down and jet fuel prices come down along with them, ticket prices are going to stay high for the rest of this year because we're dealing for each airline with an additional fuel bill of about $1 billion per airline. That also applies to airlines like JetBlue as well. So they're going to start increasing fares, keeping them high, and let's not forget increasing ancillary fees as well.
It's the peak of the summer travel season, and EU officials are doubling down on their new border checks known as the entry-exit system. Many European nations want to suspend it, though, saying the extra precautions are causing major delays. I actually saw one of those related delays myself. So what do people traveling to the EU in the next couple of months need to know right now?
Well, protectively, if you're going to one country and you're having a connecting flight, you better give yourself a minimum of a 3-hour connect between flights, which you'd want to do anyway, maybe even 4 hours, because the lines to process those initial EES applications, which require photographs of you being taken, fingerprints, also registering your passport, have been as long as 4 or 5 hours. It's a mess. I'll be going over to Rome this Saturday night, and I'm having to do the exact same thing. I'm planning a 4.5-hour layover simply because my first trip into Rome, I'm going to have to register.
Any chance that this will be delayed in any way, or they'll suspend the program, or is it here to stay?
Well, I think they're going to have to do something about it because the economic impact on it's beginning to hurt them. Remember, if people can't get through the border, they can't shop.
Yeah, right.
It's almost as simple and as silly as that. But for the moment, they have not backed down on that, and those lines are still as long as they've been.
Yeah. Well, okay. It's some people's worst nightmare, a screaming child on a plane. Switching gears here. Someone posted on Reddit about a delayed flight because a 3-year-old would not sit in his seat. The poster ultimately said they'd pay extra to be on an adults-only flight. Is there any way to avoid a screaming child? And do you think an adult-only option is a thing of the future?
I'm laughing because what they really should have is a flight where you cannot act like a child. It has nothing to do with the child. You cannot act like a child. That's the flight I want to be on. But all kidding aside, it's a continuing problem, especially in the business and first class sections where people are paying $3,000 and $4,000 a ticket and up to not be able to sleep for 8 hours. That's what they paid for. It's a continuing problem, and parents need to be more responsible about how they do their schedules with their children, what time they do their nap times, what time they feed them, how they occupy them before, during, and after a flight. Otherwise, it's a continuing problem. But the idea of an adults-only flight, keep dreaming.
Yeah. All right, Peter, as always, thanks so much for joining us this morning, and we hope to talk to you, Peter Greenberg, next week.